hearing from clients around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Hey everybody, hello, and congratulations. Bitcoin breaks 50,000 US dollars. Woohoo! That's all we can say. Game on, bullish. And said yesterday it looked like it was going to get over 50. It's hit the 50, and next target is 52, right? 52,000. Looking fantastic. So, man, the lineup is so good. We're going to check out all of that on the markets today. So get ready to rumble. We're going to be looking at Pulsechain, and of course we're going to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is absolutely awesome. Remember, the high was 69 so for Bitcoin, so we're not far away from that in some ways. So man, how high is this Bitcoin rally going to go into the future? You know, that 150 180k, which is a pretty common target from quite a few analysts, or are we going to even do better, 250? Or are we going to get equivalent to gold and get up in the 400k mark? I mean, who knows? It's going to be fun to see. We got Lies Beneath the Truth in the house there. Hello, how are you today? Good. Sunny day again here in good old New Zealand at the bottom of the world. Hex, EHEX, PLXX instead for the win, 100%. The gold and crypto, and they're starting to move as well on the old price ascendancy. Brian in the house here. What's up, folks? Good to see Brian, our community leader in the house. Good to see you, Brian. Dave Down Under says, it feels like something is about to happen. I'm ready. Are you? I like that one, Dave. Well, hopefully we're ready because we've been here every day. So hopefully, Dave. Taz Zenian's in the house there. Let's go. Good to see you in the chat there today. Very excited to have you in there. And Crypto Dan, hey guys, I hope everybody is going good or doing good. I think we're doing pretty well today. We like that 50k mark. It's got a nice ring to it. Tin Top's in the house there. What's up, Mexicans? Good to see you, Tin Top. Welcome as well. And we got Brendan in the house there. Woo! Brendan's our in-house TA expert and knows a lot about fridges. So he's pretty good. Good to see you, Brendan. Check my pulse. What's up, y'all? Good to see you. Check my pulse. Well, what's up is the Bitcoin price, 50k. 50k has been hit. We're going to check out the charts in a minute. Joey Torres is in the house as well. Hi, all. Good to see you, Joey. Welcome to the chat as well. Always a pleasure. 70k by the halvening, says Taz Azenian. Yeah, hey, don't be surprised. I mean, it's April. It's still, over 2 months away. Definitely doable. DGN Hexkin in the house there. Superman. Hey, thanks, DGN. Appreciate the heart there. And Spike as well. Hey, good to see you back again, Spike. What's up, peoples and peepers? Says Spike there. Creepy Coin in the house there. Hello. Good to see Creepy Coin. Midnight Madness as well. Nice picture of RH. Yeah, do you like that picture? Looks pretty awesome, eh? Sort of on X. Someone had made that up. Thought it was good for a thumbnail. Mr. Pumped up Richard Hart, pumped up crypto, pumped up Pulsechain. We love it. Looking good. We got Drix in the house there. Hey, Drix, always a pleasure as well. Good to see you in the chat there. And always like that Superman emoji. Fridge specialist, says Brennan. He is indeed. He's the man, the myth, and the legend in fridges. All right, let's get into it, folks. We're going to quickly cover the stock market and get into crypto. So let's do that. Bam. And let's get in the old share screen. So the stock market today doing pretty well. Also, Dow in record high as energy shines. So that was pretty cool. Inflation data is coming up. So I think that's tomorrow. So we've got the Dow Jones there. It's up 1/3% there, 125 points to 38,797. Can you believe that? Let's look at the max chart here. Look at that all-time, look at that new all-time high. We're in history, folks, right today. We're in history in so many ways. The chart just keeps going up and up for the Dow Jones. Remember, the Dow Jones is the top 30 industrial companies that are in this index. And the S&P 500 down a little bit there, down 5 points to 5,025. Remember, it was yesterday or the day before, I think it was. What day is it today? No, last week, was it? Friday. That it was the first time it ever been over 5,000. Looking incredible on that chart. Look at that new all-time high as well. The NASDAQ is down a little bit today, 1/3% almost, 48 points to 15,942. That is also at all-time highs across the board on the stock market. Pretty amazing. The US dollar is actually up slightly today, 104.01 on the index versus trading partners. Let's go to the commodities. West Texas is at $77, Brent oil at 82. Bit of a mixed result there. Gold is at 2,033. Well, it looks like Bitcoin has taken some of the valuation in that flight to quality. You saw that video I played from BlackRock CEO. Yeah, we're heading towards gold valuation. That'd be about 400K Bitcoin. Doing pretty well. Silver there at the moment, $22.74. We've only got a little bit of news here around the Federal Reserve. Of course, that's coming up weeks away still. Fed speaker continued to signal caution on sooner rate cuts. So still, they're sort of pushing it out. Don't expect rate cuts too soon. We're still dealing with inflation. Inflation data eyed. Now, you know that if things turn around with the data, the Fed will pivot pretty quickly too. So just keep that on the sidelines. Federal Reserve officials continue to signal that early rate cuts aren't on the table, with Federal Reserve Governor Michelle Bowman saying she doesn't expect the Fed to cut rates in the immediate future, as tight monetary policy measures are needed to keep inflation trending lower. The remarks arrive a day ahead of fresh inflation data. So we're expecting that tomorrow, I believe, with the US Consumer Price Index for January expected to show the headline price growth in the world's largest economy slowed on both annual and monthly basis, which is good news, right? So maybe we'll get that pivot by June. That's kind of the play there. So let's have a look at the calendar for the next Federal Reserve meeting. 5 weeks, 1 day and 18 hours away, 20th of March at 2 p.m. Eastern time. But we're expecting a no change in the interest rates to stay at 5.5%. May, we've got 40% of the people expecting it to stay unchanged, but the majority are expecting it to change. But I think maybe by June. Maybe by June we'll get that pivot. At the moment, we've got, 92.1% of the market expecting a pivot by June. I think that's a good time. So that would be pretty cool. That would be after the Ethereum ETF expectations. So that would be a perfect lineup for the first half of this year. It's just Goldilocks zone for crypto. It's like unbelievable, the lineup of news. So if we get a Fed pivot in June, it's just like the cherry on the top, isn't it? It's kind of cool. Now, it doesn't mean the stock market won't have a bit of a correction. It typically does that after interest rate pivot, because you always have a bit of lag delays, right, from the impacts of interest rates. But hopefully crypto just keeps bouncing along. That's the case there. And of course, let's get into Bitcoin. Bitcoin at the moment, look at that. Woo! Actually, let's bring up the old block chart. It wasn't working before, that's why I pulled it down. Let's see if it's working again. Is it green? No, it's gray. So it's not really working at the moment. So I don't know why. Sometimes it goes gray sometimes. Anyway, we got Bitcoin here. This is Bitcoin on Coinbase. Look at this thing go. I mean, beautiful. Look at this thing. Well, off the 50, that yellow line is the 50-day moving average, and it's an EMA. And look at that. Look at that, 49,995. So, but we have been over 50 just before the live stream. Always does this just when I go live stream. But at the moment, we've had a high of 50,363 has been high so far on Coinbase. But we're just tipping there, just below 50. But of course, we're going to come back to that because it's probably going to bounce over 50 anyway. Let's have a look at on the hourly because that's kind of fun to look at. So look at the hourly. That's the hourly. Oh, actually, I haven't got it scaled. I don't even know where the auto scale is on this one. But that is the hourly. Let's go back to the daily since that actually looks like it's doing the right thing. Anyway, so we're powering up. We're powering up there. Can we go to the weekly? Should we go to the weekly? Let's do that, eh? Let's go to the weekly. No, I haven't got the auto either, so that's not cool. So let's just stay at the daily. Now, what I want to do is put the overlays on, so let's do that. And so here we go. We've got Bitcoin halving coming up in 17th of April. Let's do the old calendar on that. And yeah, we are 64 days away. 64 days away until the Bitcoin halving. So almost 2 months away. So yeah, 70,000. Somebody's in the chat. Definitely doable. Oh, it's all-time high again. All-time high again. And off to the races after that, right? That's kind of cool. So that is the good news for Bitcoin. Let's jump over to the Ethereum. Ethereum there had a huge green candle today. We started the day at 2,500. Excuse me, and we got a high today so far of 2,666. So that's up about $160 today. we're currently at 2,653, almost at the top of that. A big power move. Now, obviously with Bitcoin, typical thing, Bitcoin will rise, and then then Ethereum and altcoins will sort of have its season. So we're still waiting for some of those big movements that's sort of just slowly etching up as we move forward in time. What was I going to say was, we're getting, going to get a lot of money recycling from Bitcoin and that sort of thing into Ethereum because of the Ethereum ETFs coming up in May. So there'll be a bit of that going on, as well as proto-dank sharding and March and things like that. So let's bring up the overlays for Ethereum. So we've got the Deacon upgrade coming up in March. It's currently on testnet, the final testnet at the moment. And so Deacon upgrade on March there for proto-dank sharding and blobs and all that data, and cheaper fees on second layers like Optimism, Arbitrum, and stuff like that. So that is ticking away. It's getting very close indeed. Let's see how far away. We are only 29 days, so basically a month away from that upgrade expected on the 13th of March. So that's bullish news for Ethereum. So your plays are obviously Ethereum. Your plays are the second layers, Optimism and Arbitrum. Those are the ones that are going to benefit directly from that first upgrade. So that's a little bit of tip of the day again. Once again, not financial advice, usual caveats. So that's pretty cool. The other one, of course, we've got coming up is we'll have Bitcoin halving on the 17th of April. So that's around about here. And then, of course, we've got the Ethereum ETF approvals expected by the 23rd of May, which is pretty cool. So 23rd of May here, that is the next big news. So like I say, we've got a perfect lineup. Deacon upgrade in the 13th of March, 17th of April, the Bitcoin halving, and then 23rd of May, the Ethereum ETF approvals. And like I say, maybe we get that interest rate pivot by June, which would be pretty cool as well. So there we go. That's the perfect lineup for the first half of the year, and looking pretty spectacular. So yeah, can Ethereum, of course, hit up to 3,000? That is the game on. Once it gets over 3,000, man, oh man, that's going to be so much fun. Game on, right? Game on leading into that. So looking bullish. All right, that leads us in the Pulsechain for day 276. Before we do that, though, let's get back into the chat there, say hello to a few other people. See what their comments are about this pump at 50K Bitcoin. You guys must be pretty happy, honestly. Waking up to 50K Bitcoin, it's got to be good. At least if you're down under, we woke up to it, that's for sure. Let's see how we got jump through some of those comments, or they got up to that. We got Rich Liberation House there, pump baby pump, absolutely. Ivor as well, yo, good to see you, Ivor. Craig Pitt in the house, morning all. Tim Top says, raise your hand if you bought PLS after the SEC dump. DCA, all is the way, says Tim Top. And smash the like, says Spike. Absolutely smash the like there. We got the rockets from Tim Top. I like it. We are definitely onto the moon here. CC says BTC to the moon. Yep, absolutely. To the moon, says Hexmum. Absolutely. Good to see Hexmum in the chat. And as well as a Christian there. I always say, so how many exits is PLS now from the SAC rate? Not quite yet. We're still in the percentages there, Ivor. Yeah, we are climbing. We are climbing. All right, let's get to it. So let's go to Pulsechain. Bam. And we got day 276 since Pulsechain launched. And of course, here we are at what's the price here? 000145. So 2.52% up. So 2.5% up today. 45% above the sacrifice price. So not quite doing the X's. So 1.45X if you want to look at it like that way. We got Pulsex at the moment. Quadruple zero. 605 up 3.5%. The buy and burn, look at that. It's almost at 700 billion. What is it? 698.95. So almost 699 billion Pulsex has been bought up and burned by day 276, which is pretty incredible. That is, what's that? 3.42%. So what's the run rate? Let's do the run rate. Let's do it. We haven't done this for a while. Let's do a quick, simple run rate for what it's going to be in the first year. So what do we got here? Let's just do 699. That's pretty easy. We'll divide that by what? 276. 276 and times that by what? 365. And that's a run rate of 924. 924 there. So 924 billion is the run rate. But hey, look, we've got so much FOMO on, and I know prices are going to go up. Maybe get so much network effect. We may hit that trillion mark. That'd be pretty cool. Be pretty badass. So that would be pretty nice for sure. Let's divide that by, oh no, that's right here. I'm not even sure if they got the number there. Have they got the number there? 2456. Let's divide it by 2456. 2456. What's that? 4.5%. That looks like we're on a run rate. So we're at 3.42% run rate by the end of the year for the public buy and burn. The public supply of Pulsex bought up and burned is 4.5%. That's the current run rate there. We just did that today. How about that? That's not bad. All right, so incentive token there is $3.28. We're up 7.5% today. So incentive token has flipped back up. The ratio has jumped up there, 22,739. In fact, it was at 23,000. Sorry, when I looked before the live stream. But incentive token there taking the lead again. We've got 24 million, have we? Almost, not quite. 23.8 million incentive token in supply. These are emitted from the Pulsex V1 farms. If you're farming on Pulsex. And of course, the burn at the moment, 118,000. And like I say, we're waiting for the TRH Vision 4 to come out. We haven't heard any news from that. Now, we're supposed to get updates at the end of December and potentially in the middle of, if that wasn't going to mark, then maybe in the new year. But it's the 13th of February. We've had no update on any of these. Like I say, Jacobs does things when he wants to do them. So we'll find out when he's ready. We got Hex at the moment is up 1.57%. The price is at 1.8 cents at the moment. EHEX is at the moment 1.1 cents. Woo! Go EHEX. You know that I'm talking about Hex, man. It's going to do a runner. It's going to do a runner once it hits over that 3 cents and get some support there. Breaks that 3 cents for once and for all. 2.85 cents is the Hex price there. So keep an eye out for that. That's going to, I think, going to move quite strongly soon. As soon as it gets over that 3 cent mark, game on for a little, a good, decent rally on that one. Let's have a look at the charts for day 276. We've got Pulsechain looking like a boss. Look at that. Woohoo! So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of run there. So a whole week of green candles. The high today so far has been 0.001486. And we're currently at 0.001445. And the chart's looking very good indeed. The RSI is getting a little bit up to the overbought territory at 70. So a little caution potentially. But we've got a bullish MACD cross here. Everything is looking pretty good. I think we're going to go up and away, probably getting up in 85 or something in RSI, get a bit overheated, and then cool off for a little bit there, and just wiggle our way back up there. Obviously, it will depend on how aggressive Bitcoin gets, but that's probably the play we will have at this stage. Let's jump over to Pulsex. Pretty similar story, of course. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 days as well. Very bullish cross. This EMA cross back here was very bullish, and it just continues to go higher lows. It's just glorious as well. The RSI definitely has hit 70 is here as well. So just entering the overbought territory, just to keep mindful of that. But look, we might do another 85 on it, right? So just keep pushing up and just zigzag up for quite a while, being overheated on the overbought, and because it just looks so good. This damn chart looks so damn good. And we've got Bitcoin up 50K. So it's everything is looking pretty nice. We've got tons of money coming over the bridge all the time as well, which is pretty cool. We're going to look at that in a minute. And, of course, let's go to incentive token. We've got Power City Earn Protocol coming up. It's going to happen someday. We're just waiting for that Fetch Oracle to ramp up properly for Pulsex. And then I guess the team will be able to launch. And that's going to be a juggernaut for Pulsex and incentive token. Man, oh, man, it's going to take tons of Pulsex off the market. And it's going to pull our third stablecoin into existence, PXDC. It's going to be glorious, folks, and the timing couldn't be better, right? Man, in this up market, wow, so good. Incentive token there, $3.28. And the ratio, though, is what we keep looking at. As you guys know, we kept on getting sort of zigzagging in this little channel here at the moment between 24,000 and 21,500. Nice update today. We called that update yesterday. That is an update today. And, of course, we're going to eventually break this 24 at this rate, right? Maybe on this move in the next day or two. And what day are we during the week? Tuesday. So we've got plenty of room and during the week to do it. So keep a lookout for that. That could break even higher on the old incentive token. And that yield is going to be even higher, right? Especially if Pulse continues to go up, as we may reasonably expect. Let's get to PHEX, though. PHEX has been the weaker of the Richard Hart coins. But we have got a bullish EMA cross here. And we're up and away there. We've got quite a bit of resistance at 1.85 cents on PHEX, but I think we're going to break that pretty soon, and it's going to be game on for the old Hex there. The RSI's got heaps of room to move still. We're at 60 there on the RSI, so it's a lot more room to move than the Pulsex. All things equal. So looking pretty good. And the MACD, look at that bullish MACD cross just started too. So hopefully that's not a fake out. I don't think it will be. We've got too many. Everything's looking so bullish. So game on there for PHEX and EHEX as well, up at over 1 cent. Nice to see EHEX over 1 cent. We may have a bit of a law of convergence, right? Because we got PHEX at 1.8 cents. We got EHEX at 1 cent. And that law of convergence says that EHEX will probably try and get back to the PHEX value of 1.8 cents. You've also got on the Ethereum side, and at Pulsechain, you got less liquidity, so you got an easier price to pump. Even though you got BankX and all that, those people like that out there, you definitely got that easier way to push the price high. So we may very well get that conversion line eventually as well, where they're both the same price. So we'll keep a lookout for that narrative. But in any case, looking very good for EHEX there as it's back up at this resistance level. Once it breaks through, man, look at that. PHEX and EHEX, once they break through that resistance, it's going to be glorious. Looking forward to it. And I guess the RSI too is pretty chill. A little bit higher, 64 on the old EHEX there, but game on. And as you guys know, the combined price of EHEX and PHEX here on InvestX.io. Look at this thing, man. 3 days on the ascendancy. We have already in October tried to break 3 cents, or hashtag failed. And then we tried to do it again in mid-January, hashtag failed number 2. And of course, we did almost get there, 3.1 cents on the combined price. But now we're back up again with a higher low intact. But this is critical, right? Normally you want to do it by your 3rd or 4th attempt, right? Otherwise, typically you would go down in the chart, although obviously we've got a general uptrend as well in place. But man, almost 2.9 cents we are, 2.882. So bring it on. We can do it. We've got enough in the RSI for it. We've got the uptrend. Let's see if we can break the 3 cents, and it's off to the races for Hex. That 5 to 7 cent mark comes into play. We talked about a few things like Toby Wan's a price estimate the other day. We talked about Hexologist's price estimate, and I think a couple other people's price estimates here. But definitely Toby Wan's was a nice short-term estimate there. And man, it's going to be game on for EHEX, PHEX. So don't miss out on the boat on the old Hex. It is going to be fun. All right, so that is it for EHEX, PHEX. Let's jump back in and have a look at the rest of the stats for today, for day 276. We've got the validators at 52,747, looking pretty good. Where it's 1.69 trillion off the market, so not much change there, but that's doing so good. Check out David Feder if you want to get into validating. You can also do NFT validating now, which is a fraction of having 32 million Pulse. That's a good option, especially as the price of Pulse gets more expensive. And if you're a smaller player, that's definitely a good option. You can get up to 64 NFTs, which equates to one validator. Check out David Feder, validator store, and NFT DG in there for that sort of stuff. You can find out more details in the Discord under useful links if you want to get into that, or ask somebody in the Discord under Crypto Helpline. We've got, I pretty much think, the only crypto helpline you're going to get out there, and if people use it. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of people on Discord in the Crypto Helpline there, and it's a pretty special place in crypto, because normally people are trying to rug you. So getting a good crypto helpline is pretty special in the Discord. I'm sure you all agree. What else have we got? The gas price there is at 200,000 beats. That's pretty good today. Back to normal, really. 1 cent for a Pulsex swap there. Price of Pulse going up a bit more, of course. Pulse transfer is 600th of a penny, and a PRC20 coin transfer is a 2/10 of a penny. We're 6,820 times cheaper than Ethereum at the moment. Boy, smash your hand on head. $70 to do a swap on Ethereum. Oh man, it's going to be probably, even with pro-dank sharding, it's probably going to end up being hundreds of dollars when the grey goes up there. We got 4,127 times cheaper than Bitcoin. $2.50 to send a transfer on Bitcoin at the moment. But look at that Ethereum thing, $70 to do a swap at the moment. OMG, and we're only just warming up in the bull market. That's some crazy stuff right there. 6,800. Boy, that's just mind-boggling. $70 to do a Pulsex swap. That's some crazy stuff right there. We're pretty much cheaper than everybody else. And of course, what's the advantage of being cheap and fast? And obviously a full system state copy of Ethereum is that we can do compounding, and most of our protocols have a lot of compounding in them. We also have a profit sharing with a lot of the project coins profit sharing from the protocols. So Pulsechain is a great place to do business in the bull market, cheap, fast, and the eighth wonder of the world, compounding. So it's pretty neat there, and profit sharing. I love it. All right, so let's go to the final category, bridging. Whoa, yeah, I feel like bowing down. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. And of course, $139.5 million. We're going up, up, up over the bridge, and the money's going up all the time there. So that's up from yesterday. I think that's up about, is that about $5 million? I can't remember. I'm just trying to remember the exact amount it was yesterday, but you can watch my live stream I did yesterday. But there we are, 139.5. This is going up, up and away. What's this going to be in several months' time? It's going to be fun to see that play out. Really, really cool. So we've got lots of economic energy flying over in Pulsechain. That's good news. Brings confidence. Spread the word. Tell everybody because it sort of feeds on itself, just like on Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's how you grow your network. So just keep telling people, spread the word. The opportunities on Pulsechain are absolutely amazing. We've got so many projects to launch on Pulsechain. Power Cities, Protocol Magic Carpet Rides, Tetra. It just goes on and on and on. We've got so many cool project ecosystems to drop. It's going to be really fun to see that play out. All right, that is day 276, folks. We're going to be starting day 277 soon. But let's get into some of the other categories. Before we do, though, we're going to cover PRC20s next. Let's get back into the chat and see who else has jumped in here. Hope you guys are feeling excited, man. This is what everybody's been waiting for, right? This Bitcoin getting to 50K, this really to turn in momentum. The bull market in its early stages just starting to ramp up. It really is a fun time, right? It's a fun time for everybody. What else there? Let's see who else is in here. We've got a couple more comments. Jump back down there. Crypto Incognito says, smash the likes, y'all. Definitely smash the likes. Who else has jumped in here? Ashtree in the house there. Hi, all. Good to see Ashtree. Welcome. Drick says, I forget you're in the future. It's still Monday in the States. Yeah, it's Tuesday here in New Zealand, Australia, Pacific Islands, down under. It is Tuesday already. It is currently almost 1 o'clock, 2 minutes away from 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun is shining. The cicadas are outside. Now, people tried to get me with that word yesterday, and they got me good, but cicadas is how we say it. These little, insect creatures outside that make that clicking sort of scratchy noise, whatever they're doing. What else there? We got the Sandy Beach in the house there. Hello, Hex Token. Everybody good to see Sandy Beach. And Sandy Beach crushing it there on the old X platform with the health and fitness. We appreciate it. What else we got going there? Bloodfish King jumped in there with the emojis, looking good. I wish they would render properly in our studio for StreamYard, but for some reason they don't. What else? I think that's it. My emojis are not showing up. I'm sad. Yeah, I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's kind of weird, isn't it? All right, let's get in the top PRC20 category, number 2. Obviously, Richard Hart stuff starting to move. Bitcoin's moving and everything else. Let's have a look here. So we've got the top PRC20s on my custom list. We've got PDI there is pretty much flat, down 1%. Let's see anything else that's standing. I'm only going to do standouts today. What else there? Pulse Bitcoin is down 10%. What else there? Not a lot of movement amongst the top PRC20s today. Plus or minus a few percent. So nothing really too much to talk about there. Let's jump over to our third category, which is meme coins on my custom list. There's probably a few other coins I'm going to add to this list maybe today. So you might see a few pop up tomorrow that I haven't got on here. Now, Access Alive is still staying pretty strong there after that big pump and sell off. It's still up 2% today. But the one I really want to talk about is Duck Token. That's another one there. I guess this is Greg the Duck, or they call it Lewis the Duck. So I'm not sure whether that's another. Is that a new saying from Somi or something? Doesn't he call Greg the Duck? Anyway, we got 8/0/1700 is on the duck price, and that's just pumped again there with some more volume coming in. 101,000 in liquidity, 1.7 million market cap there, 841 makers apparently. But once again, I'm just covering it. It's not promoting this, so just remember that. Just going through what is hot and what is not so far. That's kind of the standout there today. Again, from yesterday it was too. Today it is as well. Now, this is category number 4, the main event, Pulsechain projects. Let's see what else is going on here. These are all the projects that have been built on Pulsechain. Many of them have utility. They add a lot of value to Pulsechain, like DEXs, DEX aggregators, and world's first peer-to-peer crypto casino, lots of things like that. Bridges, on-ramps, you name it, they're all on this list. Social sort of platforms like love.io and things like that. So anyway, at the moment, we've got, let's have a look for some standouts. We've got BBC token. So 9 inches finally starting to move with a few of these other launches that they've been doing. Launchpad, was it Coin Drop? We've covered those the last couple of days. That's up 15% today. So big BBC, let's have a look at that. That was sold, obviously. They had a lot of issues when they launched and not good promotions, but they've stepped up their game. It's nice to see that they have done that. And it got all the way down to 2.5 cents there, and it's now back at 8.2 cents on the BBC token. So if you're farming over there, you're obviously going to be a lot happier. That's back up at 8.2 cents. Yeah, it came all the way down from, what was that? $15.25. Now, we don't recently expect it to stay up there, but once again, you know, it's not much fun being down at 2.6 cents, although it could be a lot worse, right? Could be a lot worse. If you ever saw, remember when Luna price crashed, how low that got? I mean, it was pretty insane, and people were trading it, right, all the time. So pretty crazy stuff. You know, 8.2 cents there on a BBC token. Nice little rebound there. What else is looking pretty interesting? Okay, we've got a big pullback on ZKZX now. ZKZX now is our only real privacy coin that I'm aware of. And of course, it's a fork of Tornado Cash, only just launched a couple of weeks ago, and had a big run up, right? So had a big run up, got all the way up to 9.7 cents. People were talking about $1, and that may very well happen in the future. At the moment, it's down at 3.9 cents. So a bit of a sell off yesterday. And the RSI, we'll only just start up on the RSI, so still early days for this one. ZKZX, really the only privacy product now. After Beetroot got rugged, and what was the other one? Hurry Cash didn't turn out to be anything like it's up, but it's not operating as far as I can see. So that is pretty much it. Let's go down a bit further. Pulse Reflections is up 20%. That's a nice little pump on Pulse Reflections. Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, nice little pump day for Pulse Reflections. Still off near the bottom though, but still a nice little day there for Pulse Reflections. If you like the tax tokens, I'm not particularly into tax tokens generally, but you know, if you like that. Let's have a look at Beetroot. We talked about that. That's the other privacy site that got pulled down. That continues to get sold down. Quadruple 01355, 37k in liquidity. And that is pretty much it's pretty much a dead project. It's all been rugged. So just keep away from it is the best thing to do there. What else there? Communist is up 17%. I think I missed it. I'm supposed to get Communist. Communist is up 17%. That's a good day in the office for Communist. This thing, you can't keep Communist down for some reason. Those little rat bag Communists, they're always everywhere, aren't they? Trying to buy off universities and indoctrinate our kids. It's hard to get rid of those little vermints. The vermints. All right, even in crypto apparently. So Communist is up here at 10.05247, and looking pretty good. Close to a breakout, isn't it? Look at that. It really is coming up against the previous top, and that is getting very close to the breakout. What's a 5.6 million market cap? Yeah, not too bad at all. Let's pull up the RSI on this, shall we? And we've got the indicators here. I'm not sure. Where's my indicators here? I think it's this one. RSI. And bam. How's that looking? Oh, it's flatline. Just not even working on here. I don't know why it's not working, but anyway, keep a look out. If your RSI is working on this chart, keep a look out on that. But it's getting pretty close to a breakout to the upside. They can manage to break through this resistance. I don't know what the RSI is on that, but that is definitely something to consider. Pulse LN. So one of our best on-ramps, the Pulsechain, is on a pullback today. Let's have a look to see if we need anything else of major values on a pullback. Obviously ZKZXs, but it had quite a bit of run up there. Yeah, what's the other one there? So the Pulse LN, this is one that potentially you could target. Yeah, it's already still very high, but like I say, this thing's probably going to continue to go up. 3.9 million market cap, only 19k in liquidity though. Remember that, so pretty light on liquidity there. Just a whale could send it down if a whale decided to sell down. We're at 65 on the RSI, and just a little bit of pullback there, but we've already broken out into new territory. We've got a general up market, so Pulse LN still looking hot to trot. And man, it is fast. It's the fast service. I mean, use Pulse LN. It is pretty good. And it's got Lightning Network access as well. So I think that's kind of it on the projects. Got a bit of movement in the Holy token for the TRH GameFi protocol. So that's up a little bit there. A nice little pump. And of course, you probably want to get access to some of these tokens before TRH v4 launches, which is the GameFi protocol. I think they had like 15% of the transactions on Pulsechain when we were sort of before we had this bull market. So they were doing pretty dominating there. In fact, I've got TRH coins here. Yeah, they're all all up green, but Holy's is up 20% there. Liquidity is very small retail play. The main token, of course, is TRH itself. And that is 277,000 liquidity. There is tax token on this. What is it? 23%. I think it is. But once again, if you get multiple X's on this, what does that matter? You don't care about that there. So if it does another hyper pump there when TRH V4 launches, it'll be game on, right? And there's a lot less supply around. So yeah, we'll be watching this one very closely there on TRH. All right, that is pretty much it for the tokens. We got Hex, of course. We're going to talk about that briefly. Hex.com. Don't forget to check it out. Links in the video description. Now, I'm way too early for the results today. We're only 7 minutes into the new day. And of course, it normally takes about 20-30 minutes. But we do have yesterday's result out. We got 6.9 Hex on Pulse on the Ethereum side. So that was pretty amazing per T-share. And of course, you buy Hex and you burn it for T-shares. And on the Pulsechain side, which would have been day, what did I say, 260, what did I say, 275? 275, we would have had a payout of 6.86, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it's 275. Let me double check. 275, yeah. So day 275, we would have had 6.8. So another good day. Man, it's so good getting that Hex payout per T-share, isn't it? Especially as you're at the beginning of the bull market and the price of Hex is going up. And it's maybe getting on a verge of breakout. So you're going to have awesome yield, which keeps going up, the Hex payouts. And then you're going to have price pump as well. Oh, so glorious, so glorious. Anyway, so Hex looking pretty good there. The ultimate CD miner on the blockchain. And of course, groundbreaking. One of the leaders that led the DeFi revolution was Hex, with audits and economic sort of share rates and all sorts of cool features. It really has been amazing. Immutable code, made Uniswap popular. Of course, the Hexkins made Uniswap popular, and of course, AMMs. Probably the greatest invention in DeFi since Hex. Hex came. Yeah, well, Hex was in development for quite a while at the time there, so that was kind of cool. All right, looking good. This is the old Hex. Now we haven't got the day result out for 15:33. That will probably be out in another 10-15 minutes, but that is pretty much it on there at the moment. Now let's quickly go back to let's see if we can pull up these charts here with the Bitcoin again, because that is a lot of fun. Let's see if it's going green this time. No, it's still gray, but we're back at 50K. Look at that. We're at 50K. It's still green. Should we bring Bubbles up? Let's bring Bubbles up. Bubbles is pretty cool. Let's see if Bubbles look good. Oh, we've got lots of bubbles around. So they're all looking pretty good. Everything looks green, which is nice to see. Just about everything. I'm just looking around this list. We've got eHex over here, looking good. Let's see what else is around. Here we've got Hex in the middle here. How about that? Nice, looking good too. All right, so everything looking pretty fine and dandy on the old charts there. And I'm going to come back to, I think we'll just leave it here on the Pulsechain chart. That is Pulse at the moment at 0001469. All right, let's get back into the chat there. Let's see who else has got any comments about this market bullishness, which is going on. Another word for them is locusts. Yeah, no, they're not. They're not locusts. I don't think they're. Yeah, I think locusts is different to cicadas. Pretty sure they're quite different. Hey, Superman. Hey, everybody. Good to see you, Russ. We've got Andrew Reynolds in the house as well. Morning, all. Welcome, Andrew. Tintop says privacy coins are the ones scammers love the most. ZKZX not burning tokens like they promised. First warning, everybody's going to get burned. A good observation here, Tintop. Absolutely. So take that into account. Thank you for the insights here, Tintop. What else there? Okay. I'll jump through that. Let me jump through those comments. It is day 12 of the push-up challenge. Tweet coming tomorrow, says Sandy Beach. Nice one. We look forward to it. A big shout out to Jonah in our community. He's been doing the press ups every day. So you can watch his videos in our Discord under non-crypto chat. And he's been doing the push-up challenge, which is pretty cool. All right. I think that's kind of it at the moment. Should we get back in? I'm just going to quickly update on the let me just pull up this other site here. I'm going to pull that back as well. Oh, that's not even opening today. Let me have a look at this one. And pull up that as well. Oh, very good. So we just got a new post here from Richard Hart as well. So we're going to look at that just before we wrap things up. So let's go to Richard Hart, and then we're going to go to Bitcoin. So let's jump in there. So this is hot off the press from Richard Hart. You can't make more Bitcoin by sitting in Bitcoin, says Richard. But if you were to find something that went up faster, and then you could. Margin trading is the most dangerous way people try and make more Bitcoin. Don't margin trade. Example, you used to be able to get 2,000 Ethereum for one BTC, and now a 19. So there we are. That's an insight from Richard there. It's hot off the press. Nice one there, Richard. Robin Davidson gives you the answer there. Hex, it's about time. Of course, you can make more Hex by getting a CD miner, which we just talked about. Check out hex.com, of course, to do that. All right. Now, that is from Richard Hart there. Looking good. Let's go to the price of Bitcoin again. Like I say, 50,000. We've actually got it printed on a chart. There we start a new day. It is nice and green. Look at that. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now we're starting the 9th day, which is green. Don't you love it? I love it. It looks good, good, good. So that is pretty exciting. Now, if you haven't got into our Discord, the link is in the video description. $5 a month or 16 cents a day. You get access to a community of 1,250 plus members. You get access to all the chat groups. We've got 6 chat groups, including Crypto Helpline. I believe we're the only ones with a Crypto Helpline, so get in on that one too. We've got 3 audio chats, including a games room there. So get on that. We talk about strategy and intel and projects and everything else. And, of course, a lot of other stuff. We've got Pulsechain information. We've got all the Pulsechain information and useful links. And, of course, I'm in there on a regular basis as well. So you get to hang out with all the cool kids, including Brian and many others. He's our community leader in Discord. If you want to get a bit more outside just Pulsechain and Hex, we do have a strategy club room, and we target a lot of the top projects on Ethereum, Pulsechain, and BNB, Polygon, and other chains. And, of course, we talk about all the intel, the best strategies, and all that sort of stuff there too, to pump your bags in a bull market, $35 a month for that. So get in on Discord for either of those. Now, if you do go in the strategy club, you also get the Pulsechain and Hex Discord included, which is pretty neat. All right. That is a private club, of course, in the Discord. All right. So that is pretty much it. Links in the video description. So kind of cool. Join up today, as we say. All right. And, man, I'm just excited about the 50K Bitcoin. It is so good. I like just the 5 and the 0, 0, 0, 0. I don't know. There's something beautiful about it. Number bias, is it? Number bias. The beauty of mathematics and the beauty of Bitcoin pumping. And Pulsechain is pumping too. 0001473. So it's good all over the board there. And, man, we're waiting for these double-digit numbers, right? Altcoin season. Going to get double digits every day. Imagine that, waking up to double-digit growth every day for a week. Bring it on. That's all we want to see. It is bullish. So feeling good about that. All right. Up to 43 minutes. I think that's a pretty good day today. Hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage of Bitcoin hitting 50K. And where to next? Where to next? Well, the target, I guess, the next is 52K. So that's kind of the next push up. And, of course, I personally am waiting for Hex to break that 3 cent mark, that combined price of Hex, PHEX and EHEX together. I'm expecting both PHEX and EHEX to do some spectacular things. So in the bull market, so bring it on. Let's see what else we got here. Andrew Reynolds says, I need to improve my push-up challenge. I'm only lifting 1 slice of pizza a day, says Andrew. I don't think that's the purpose of the push-up challenge there, Andrew. But I do think that it's a tasty idea. All the cool kids are there in the Discord. Absolutely, Sandy Beach, they are indeed. All right, we're coming up on 45 minutes. We got Fast Abdul in the house there. Hey, Fast Abdul, good to see you as well. And we got Russ as well. Penny PLS, let's go. Yeah, 1 cent PLS. Wouldn't that be cool? Let's have a look at that chart one more time. Look at that. Can we get that? Should I go full screen? Let's go full Pulsechain DGN Mojo. That is the Pulsechain there. Looking at 0001474. Looking pretty good. And if we actually look at the whole Pulsechain price there, someone asked about how many X's. Well, we had X's at the beginning, right? We had X's at the beginning. But we're definitely up in the almost 50% mark, something like that. So game on. came on there. We're well above the SEC price here, back on the 30th of July, 31st of July. So it's bullish from here. Really is looking glorious. We definitely got a bullish cross here too, as well. I got a golden cross here. There's a golden cross on Pulsechain. So looking good. Everything is looking beautiful. Can we do weekly? No, there's a weekly chart. That's the weekly chart on Pulsechain. Look at that. Yeah. 5 out of the, what's that? 5 out of the last 6 weeks have been green. So looking good there on old Pulsechain there. And that power move to get back over the SEC within that week. Richard was like a boss man, right? Fought the dream team of lawyers against the SEC. So good. All right, that's 45 minutes on today's live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the markets. We haven't done much project coverage, but there are tons of projects backed up going to be launching on Pulsechain. And of course, that's what we're covering. We are documenting the Pulsechain virtually every single day as the projects launch. Now, obviously, we've been waiting. A lot of them are backed up, and I'm sure they're just going to be flood of projects launching on Pulsechain soon. So stay tuned for all that. I'll catch you guys in Discord. Take care. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the 50K. And, of course, keep accumulating. We're still early. Like I say, March Protodank sharding, April Bitcoin halving, May Ethereum ETFs, maybe June we have the interest rate pivot, and then, of course, maybe monetary expansion in the second half of the year. And then, of course, the US elections in November, I think it is. It's going to be game on. And if we get the right results with Trump winning, we'll get back to good economic management, good geopolitical management. And then, of course, the bull market will continue well and deep into 2025. It's going to be so much fun, folks. Enjoy yourself out there. Enjoy the day. Enjoy your family and friends. And I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. All right. Let's play out some cool video. As you guys know, Richard loves the magic carpet ride. You want to be on a magic carpet ride, get onto Pulsechain, tell your friends, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now. Peace out.
In theory, if someone were a billionaire and they had like all this money, why wouldn't they just buy more of the thing they liked instead of dumping the thing they liked? Like if Bezos bought shares in Amazon, would you be pissed off? If Apple does a stock buyback and they buy more of their own shares in their company back from the public, which is a way to turn earnings into yield for the shareholders, do you get mad and yell at Apple? And so we had to come up with a word for this fan fiction fantasy, which is the opposite of a rug pull, called a magic carpet ride. And so if you're worried about risk of a rug pull, what weighted value have you given the risk of a magic carpet ride? And it's just hilarious to me.